Okay. Okay, now we can get started. Okay, so this is the part that the user sent, and the problem that he is having, or what he communicated to us, was that when he's doing his roughing and finishing,
Hmm.
he doesn't want the tool to go down in these pockets. Okay,
Okay.
he wants it just to skim across it. So in order to do that, you have to cover up the holes. Okay, so as long as if there's a surface there that's blocking the holes, then there won't be a toolpath there. So, and what we want to do is we want the toolpath, we want the surface that we add to be the same as the one that's there. Okay, just rotate it around. So,
Okay.
how you do that in VisualCADCAM is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to a multi-viewport layout. Okay. Okay, so we've got a multi-viewport layout. So what I want to do is I want to cut a section curve through the part. Okay,
Okay.
so I can see how that surface uh, with the angle of it and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and do a um, curve modeling, and I'm going to do section curve. Now, when you do section curve, it's important which viewport is active. Okay, because that tells you where the section is going to be. So
Right.
the section that I want to cut, if I,
Hmm.
if you think of I want to see the section view head on, I would want to see it head on in this view. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going to select the front view, and then I'm going to run the section curve command, and we're going to, instead of dragging it, if you look at it, you see the curve go up and down there on the top view.
Hmm.
So we're going to pick a point, and I'm going to do my center snap on, and I'm going to pick the center point. Okay,
Okay.
so it cut a section right through the center, and I'm going to pick OK. Now, one thing I did want to do first is um, I'm going to go ahead and undo that so that you see the proper way I wanted to do it first. Let's go ahead and undo that. Okay, so there's the part. I'm going to add a layer. I'm just going to
Yes.
call it curves.
Section
Oh
view.
yeah, section
Okay.
be good. Section. Okay, and it's color red, which is good. Okay, so we got that as the active layer. We're going to select the
Hmm.
front view. We're going to go to section view, and we're going to
Hmm.
pick a point. Okay, and pick OK. So now I'm going to isolate that view. So you'll see that we have this geometry. Okay.
Yes.
So what we need to do is we need to extend this line down, intersect with this. We want to get this a true section view of that. Okay.
Right.
So what I'm going
Right.
to do to start with, I'm going to draw a line, and I'm going to turn my endpoint snap on. Okay. And I'm just going to drag it over here. Okay. And I'll just leave it like that for now. What I want to
Hmm.
do, when you cut a section, the curves are joined, they're merged together. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to explode those so that we have access just to that line. So now we're going to
Okay.
extend the line, pick extend, pick the line. So we're going to extend
Hmm.
it all the way down to this line. So now I'm going to trim
Right.
it. Okay. And then also I don't need this anymore. And I don't need any of that anymore. Okay, so that's what all I wanted right there. So I'm going to merge those
Okay.
together.
Hmm.
Okay, so there's our section that we want. Now I do want to look at something here just to make sure. Okay, that's good. So this section that I just drew represents this angle of this surface up to this point. So now what do we want to do? We want to create a surface from that merged curve, and we want to rotate it around. Okay. So what we're
Okay.
going to do is we're going to go up to the surface modeling tab, and we're going to use
Mm-hmm.
the revolve, and we're going to select our curve. Let's just turn this off for a second. Select that curve. Okay. See if that'll turn that back on. Okay. So we select that curve. Let me drag this down a little bit so we can see. So it's asking you to pick the start point of the axis. Okay.
Right.
So the start point, we want it obviously in the center. So I'm going to use my my center object snap. I'm going to pick. Let's see, is it not picking it?
We need to pick it from front view only.
Hold on just one second. Let me do something here. Okay, I'm going to draw a line. Give me just one moment. I'm going to draw a line from there. Okay, up to there. Oh, sorry. Up to there is fine. Let's turn that off. Okay. So now, let's see if that's a line. That's not a line. Let's go ahead and draw. It looks like, let's draw another line. I'll show you what I'm getting at in just a second. So I'm going to do an endpoint. Okay. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to delete those. And then I'm going to trim that up. What I'm getting at is I want a center point there. I'm going to do a trim. Let's trim that. Okay. So let's go. Now we can revolve it. We don't need the part displayed. All I need is this center point right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the surface modeling tab, revolve. I'm going to pick this curve. And now it's asking me to pick the start point of the axis. So I'm going to pick this end point. Okay. And I'm just going to pick another point up here. That's the end point of the axis. Okay. So the beginning angle is 0. Okay. So I'm going to just
Okay.
I'm going to pick enter. And the end angle is 360. So I'm going to pick enter. Okay. So we rotated that around. So
Mm-hmm.
here's the surface right here. If you look at it, if you drag this up and turn this
Right.
on, so now we have a nice masking surface all the way down, true to that angle, true to the top of the surface, but also he may want to mask these holes here too. Okay, so what
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna add some more surfaces, but we're gonna use a different command. We're gonna use the surface from curves, and we're just gonna pick these edges here,
Edges.
right? Press enter.
Yeah.
We're gonna,
It will get
and
filled by the surface.
and also you can turn on this command that says command recall. What that does is
Mm-hmm.
it re-executes the command. You don't have to keep picking it from the menu. So I'm going to turn that on, and I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to do a curve. I mean a surface from curves, planar curves, and I'm just going to work my way around, pressing enter, work my way around. It's repeating the command automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's what he was asking us to, how he did that.
Okay.